Hello everybody, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. I am Erica or Ricky Mickey Plans, and I'm here to plan another week because the weeks keep coming, so we keep planning. This is the week of fall break for us, and my husband and I had planned or tried to plan we planned a trip to New Orleans. We've never been to New Orleans. We're both big jazz fans, and so we thought we're going to go to New Orleans over fall break. And so I made these stickers with some fall colored leaves and some jazzy kind of instruments. I did make the mistake of not using a banjo, which is a New Orleans-y kind of jazzy instrument, but that's okay. I went with more big band jazz instruments, but I digress. Sad news is I'm not sure if we're going or not. The whole reason this video is coming out very late this week and that it's on a sped up version and a voiced over version is because I'm sick. And so I don't really want to travel if I'm sick. I don't want to waste a vacation if I'm sick. So we may not end up going. And that would be so sad, but so true. Yeah, my husband and I have not taken a trip by ourselves since before our children were born. And our oldest is 24 and a half. Maybe not a half, but over 24. And so, yeah, it's been a while. So we were kind of looking forward to this trip. It was just gonna be a short one, but that's how it goes. When you get sick, you don't want to travel. And we were gonna drive, and it's like a 12-hour drive from where we live. But I already had the stickers made, so I went with it. The other funny thing is we don't have this color leaves where we live yet. It is officially fall now, but our leaves are very green, very, very green. There are a few brown ones on the ground, but tons of green leaves left on the trees. We live in the woods, and so we're always very much on leaf watch for trying to figure out when we're going to have to be mowing the leaves. We don't rake the leaves, we don't blow the leaves, we mow the leaves. It's the only way to get them up when you live in the woods. So I'm using some washi over here. I like to use washi for things that extend over one day, and fall break obviously extends over the whole week. And so I put some washi there and then cut out some letters that say fall break. And I have to say, I love how these turned out. I'm kind of placing them at like funky heights from each other, and I just think they ended up adorable. I had envisioned putting one letter in every box all the way across. Obviously, the F was going to have to go in the sidebar to make that work, but I don't know. Once I got them on here and got them cut out and looked at them, I was like, I'm just going to squish them up close together and just mark it with washi. And so I really, it makes me happy. It's fun to watch, and it doesn't take up as much space this way too. So I can add other stuff. So I'm going to cut that apart and keep going. So yeah, where you live, do you have fall colors left? And yet, I mean, and if so, where are you at? I'm wondering where the fall colors are already showing up at. They're not here in the Midwest, I can tell you that. All right, like I said, I like to use washi for things that extend over more than one day, and the trip that my husband and I may or may not take will extend over one or more than one day if we take it. So I'm grabbing some grid washi and just tearing the ends because I like the look of it, and putting that over the days that we're hoping to travel. I'm still not sure if we're going because even as I'm recording this voiceover, I'm not feeling good. I'm trying to sound all bubbly for your sake, but I'm still not feeling it. And then some more washi down here because my children are going on a trip together, just a short one, which I love that my adult children want to spend time together and go on a trip together. I just think that's awesome. They're going with some friends too, but they are both going, and I love that my kids don't hate each other. I'm not gonna pretend my kids always get along, but they get along well enough, and that makes a mama happy, like really happy. I found this quote online that had to do with both autumn and music, and I liked the quote. I thought it sounded really nice. I don't have an emotional tie to it, but I like it, so I put it in there, and it looks a little bit plain, so I'll add some more leaves in there. This leaf, I worry and worry and worry about which direction to make it face. When that's not sped up, that took forever. Like, that was ridiculous. So yeah, fall break, you're gonna notice that we will not have as many, how do I say this? Our normal plans that we have, the kind of things you do every week, most of those we're not doing because, it's just an odd week with it being fall break. So a lot of the reoccurring events that I have post-its for will not happen. So it's kind of neat that it's kind of interesting, honestly, to plan for a week that you have very few plans for. I also printed out a few music notes to go with this that kind of went with this watercolor style that I'm just going to plug in here just for interest. So, since we haven't gone yet, and since I might read your comments before we go, if you've ever been to New Orleans and if you're a jazz fan, what do we need to do while we're there? What's a do not miss? I kind of want to do a ghost tour. Is that silly? I don't know. I kind of want to do that. It has nothing to do with jazz, but I kind of want to do one. I don't know why I think of ghosts with New Orleans. Maybe it's like the voodoo stuff. I don't know. And I don't even know if voodoo and ghosts go together, but I kind of think that would be really fun to do. But what do we need to go to? Like, where's a specific jazz club that, that we need to go to? Because I don't know. And all I have to go on is the internet, and I'm sure that's helpful, but I just don't know. Fill in these gaps down here where there's space between the little clusters of leaves with instruments just to kind of keep the leaf love spreading across the bottom. I love how lucky we are that we get a full week for fall break. I know lots of people who do not, my daughter included, for at the university, which is why they're only traveling on the weekend. Um, feel very lucky to have that. But it is because we have a balanced schedule at the school that I teach at. So we started, at the end of July. So, it fits. It makes sense. All right. Most of the reoccurring events are not happening, but trash night still happens. There is still a soccer game here. Game nights are not happening, which will still happen. So I'll still put this sticker up here. But yeah, it's just, it's not as much stuff to do when it's not a regular week, right? Still a rehearsal after church on Sunday. So I'll put that on there. And really, that's it. So now I'm going to do my to-do list. And I cut my to-do list really tiny this week because, again, I thought we were going out of town, which we may or may not. I don't know. But when I thought for sure we were, I thought, well, there's not going to be much time to get things done, so I don't need a long to-do list. So I cut it really short. If we end up not going out of town, I'll need more space. But I mean, honestly, I can just flip it over and use the back side. It'll be fine. It'll buff. It's no big deal. Just to kind of carry the look of what I did on the spread over to the to-do list, I add just that same strip of washi that I used for fall break behind the words to do. And then I'm going to fuss with this little graveyard of stickers for a minute and try to use a scrap for some decoration at the bottom of this to-do list. But spoiler, and here's the spoiler. Yeah, you can see it. I gave up. The scrapbooker in me wants to use the scraps, but in reality, I made enough stickers. I could just use a fresh one. I didn't need to try to pull those apart, which they weren't coming apart nicely anyway. So next, to add a little color, I will use a dot marker on the to-do list and some highlighter for the icons that I have on there. I'll also add dots as the week goes on, as things come up that I need to add in here. I always keep a dot marker with me. It's kind of a staple, a black pen and a dot marker. And then what I'm going to do now is what I think one should do if they don't know their plans ahead of time. Like if you want to decorate ahead of like a few weeks before you're going to actually live your week, I think you should have at least one, maybe 2 boxes on every day. I think that's just standard. And so that's what I'm doing here. I don't know what we're going to be doing on these days, but I know there's going to be something noteworthy on every day. So I'm just putting 1 box on every day. And if I were doing this for a week that wasn't fall break, I might do 2 boxes per day. But I think that just makes sense when you don't know, because you don't always know, especially if you plan way ahead of time. But I think that's about it. So thank you so much for watching and putting up with the voiceover and the sped up video. And thumbs up and um, a subscribe would be great. But besides that, I hope you have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy planning. Bye-bye.